Spino here. So we're back with another updated tier list for Black Beacon. I'm mainly making this tier list because I have finally able to, fully clear the end game, maxed out it, and get all the rewards. And I thought, I can help you guys with, you know, giving my opinion on the best characters, at least for the end game. So, you can get the juicy 800, event currency or, in-game currency, so you can get it every single 2 weeks, because like 2 weeks I think the in-game rate rotates like 2 weeks. It's like pretty fast, so you can get up to how much is like close to 2000 plus something event currency in just a single patch or so. So it's really important to clear end game in Black Beacon if you wanna pull on your favorite units. So just to make sure that I'm just gonna make this tier list because now I feel a bit more confident. I'm also made a tier list, a section where the characters that I don't know, I will just put them there because I don't have every single character yet. Okay, I technically have every single character, just I don't have them built yet. So I'm gonna start with Nana here, and she's gonna be on B tier. And the main reason is, she's just a little bit hard to pull off. That's it. If you're a new player, Nana's like probably one of the harder DPS. She's more like a break DPS. You're gonna use her more like a breaker, and she's really good into AoE. And the good thing is, the end game is literally AoE except the 6th stage. I think the stage 6 is where you have to fight a boss. But until then, it's like AoE, and Nana's really good. But like I said, she's a little bit more skilled. You wanna know what you're doing, unless you're not gonna get the full one. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dark Anomaly is the most dogshit anomaly in this game. It's so useless, where you don't even get to proc her anomaly most of the time because it's just that annoying to proc it, and it's just not worth procking it in my opinion. So yeah, Nana's gonna be a solid B tier. If you have her built, I'm not gonna say she's like the worst. It's just she's not that good compared to the other units above her in my opinion. Talking about units, Jixia. Boom. Jixia is incredible. He's probably one of the strongest characters, and he's literally the limited character we got on the first patch. I mean, not the first patch, what am I saying? The 1.1 first up. He's incredible. What do you call it? You can use him like you can use him as a main DPS, sub DPS, off field DPS. You can use him like anything you want. You can build him multiple ways as well. You can build him like a crit sub DPS, or you just put all the elemental mastery and use him like an anomaly procer for freeze. You can do whatever the hell you want with him. My favorite playstyle is more like a crit style, because I think crit style is where he literally shines, because he's so fun to play him on a sub DPS team, especially with Ching. He's just that good. Like Jixia, if you don't have Jixia, I really feel bad for you, because this man will hard carry you because of the water anomaly being so OP. Because water anomaly is one of the best anomalies. You literally freeze the enemies, and it works on everything. It's just harder to proc on certain bosses. That is, it's just really good. And Jixia is really the best sub DPS, off field DPS that we have at the moment. And Florence. She is still top tier. The great thing about Florence is you don't need crit stats for her. It's still kind of hard to get her, the what is it even called? Relics? I don't even want to call it relics. It's not relics, okay. Asian marks. It's kind of hard to get her Asian marks. But because of her being just a, dot hyper carry, like it's like a hyper carry with dot setup, and how easy she is to use. In my opinion, Jixia is slightly harder to use compared to someone like Florence. You just press and just spam her skill 1 and just kill everything. She's really good. If you have her, you're set, because she's my second team. Most of the time I just use her with Jixia, Qingyu. My other time I just clear everything. Every single endgame is like a breeze. And now, the most broken character in this goddamn game, Zero, like S+. I still don't know how Zero was a 4-star. I don't know if it's a mistake or what, but Zero is OP. You should build her. You literally get her for free. You get her copies for free. Build this character. You literally get everything except her level up materials. I mean, what am I saying? Level up materials and trace materials. You get everything else for literally free. Just build this character. This character is so universal. You can literally put her on any single team and she will work. It's that good. She's that good. Build her. Must build character. Ozzy is S plus. I mean, okay, I was gonna put her S plus, but nah, she's like. So Ozzy is literally the opposite of Zero. If you guys know how Zero is like an incredible buffer. Slash, okay, she also has a debuff on her ult. Ozzy is literally a debuffer, a pure debuffer, especially good with an Electro DPS. She is incredible, and I mean incredible, meaning incredible. Really, really good. If you have her, build her. Pretty easy to build. Just stack some elemental mastery on her, and she's almost good to go. You want to mostly use her with what is his name? I forgot his name, but you want to use her mostly with Electro DPS for the high synergy. But you can use her on any team as a debuffer. Pretty strong, 4-star, easy to get duplicates. Must build in my opinion, just because it's a 4-star and you should have it. Oh yeah, Lychee, I forgot this guy. Okay, this character is really strong, and with her, this guy is broken. Like not broken, but way more stronger. If you have an Ozzy and Lychee at the same time, you'll feel the difference because Ozzy literally enhances Lychee's damage by a lot. Even though I'm gonna be honest, Lychee is not strong as these two, but at the same time, I can't put these two on the S plus tier just because they're not on par with Zero in my opinion. Lychee is solid against single target, especially against bosses on stage 6. He is arguably going to be one of your best DPS, like one of your best DPS. Even though he has that stun problem, you can just swap into some other character and you'll be fine. And his combo move is arguably the strongest because he is gonna dish out a lot. Like I said, especially against a single target, he is the best DPS. For the moment, I'm 100% sure. Yeah, he's the best single target, boss killer, whatever you wanna call it. Lychee with Ozzy, and if you run another healer, you're probably beating the end game pretty easy. Now, Yuli, I don't have this character. I don't know much about this character. All I know is she's like an overlord procer, and she's really good into AoE scenario. But she's really squishy. But I don't have much on her, so I'm not gonna rank her. But if I want to give a guess, because she's like a DPS, she's probably gonna be like A or S. She's not gonna be S plus broken or anything. I don't think her numbers were not that crazy for me to say she's like broken. Viola is A tier. Hepe is A tier. So these both are like a fielders. They literally do almost the same, except like Viola, you can build her like crit and do some DPS damage. But Hepe, you're just gonna build her with anomaly, and you use Viola on almost any team. She's like a jack of all trades. You can just swap in anywhere. You could say Viola's like a low tier, S tier, but I just don't think it's worth. She gets better with duplicates. More duplicates you have a Viola, she gets stronger. But I still think she is a solid A, like top tier A. I just don't have the right to put her on the X tier in my opinion. Hepe is really good because she is best in slot almost with Florence. You mostly use her with Florence. And Florence at the moment doesn't have too many supports besides Zero. And let me tell you, Zero is literally wanted by everyone. So you can always use Hepe as your third slot. Your strongest Florence team should be something like Florence, Zero, or Logos with Hepe or Ming. But I prefer Hepe just because she's easier to use, and Hepe destroys the enemy toughness bar or break bar faster. So Hepe is really solid in that regards. Plus she's easy to build. I mean, stack effort trait and you're good. Is it called effort trait? No, it's not. It's not effort trait. It's called elemental. Yeah, elemental mastery, elementary, something. Just stack and you're good. Wuxi, I don't have him build, and I don't want to give him my opinion because this character is actually pretty solid into single target, and stage 6 is actually pretty single target, so you can use him, but he is a high skill character. But I don't know how his numbers are, and I don't have him built, so I'm not gonna give him my opinion. Asti is unbelievably good. Okay, Asti should be your best healer. Now Asti, why is Asti so high? Is simply because, in my opinion, the current best team should be something like Asti, Jixia, and Ming. You literally run a mono water team, and you perma freeze enemies, and you just kill them. That's your best team right at the moment. Especially it's good into AoE and single target because, well, it's good. This team literally covers everything. You can swap Asti out, but I think Asti is just a solid healer. Plus she's so easy to use. Like you just drop her umbrella, break, and just swap out. That's all you do. And if you have a signature, she also gives some damage boost, but she's just a solid healer. And my Asti is like level 60, and she still carries the goddamn healing for my team. And she freezes enemy because of her rainwater being, really good for anomaly proc. So really good healer. I would recommend to build her if you have Jixia and Ming. I mean, Shing said, I'm so sorry. Uh, Enki is garbage, never build him. He's a cool character, he has a cool concept, but he's trash. Ming is solid. The only problem I'm gonna say is Ming is gonna be B tier because Hepe is just better than Ming than every single concept. Like, these two are same. You're literally gonna use them both on Florence team. They're both literally like a breaker slash buffer for your 5 DPS. At the moment, it's being Florence. It's just Hepe is just better. Hepe is just better than Ming in every single concept, so I would just recommend to build Hepe over Ming every single time. It's just, she is just better than her. So, yeah. So she's gonna be 1 tier lower, okay? But Ming is solid. Her copies are pretty solid, but I just don't think it's just valid to put her on same tier as Hepe just because, yeah. This is gonna be preference, but I still think Hepe is just solid. It's just the break destroying. Like, you need to destroy enemy break fast. Plus, I'm gonna be honest, Ming is kind of clumsy. Compared to Hepe, you just drop her skill, use your first skill if you want to destroy the, enemy's toughness bar or break bar a little bit faster. And use ult whenever you have. Ming is like, you have to use your skill, and you have to skill again, then you have to use your AoE burn on you. It's kind of annoying. While Hepe just drop the field, use first skill, swap out. It's so much easier in my opinion. Even though she does have the, the delay, but it's like whatever in my opinion. Samash is Samash. If you don't have a single other DPS, you build him, but he's not that good. It's just how it is. I think they nerfed him before the official release, and he's like, okay, if you don't have any other DPS, build him, but otherwise, no. Now, Minsar is kind of funny as hell. Minsar is that character, if you don't have, you don't like dodging, you just build this character with a lot of health, and she's gonna do damage. She's a shielder that can do damage. Crazy, right? She reminds me of Zhongli, If you want to avoid, game mechanism, build her. Otherwise, not. She also has some pretty solid damage for a shielder. Okay, she's not a shielder DPS, but she's cool. You can build her. She's pretty decent, in my opinion. Xin, delete this character. This character is a sin. I don't know why this character even exists. Does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Never build her. Never touch her. Garbage. I'm sorry. She's cool in the story, but outside that, she's not fun. Yeah, Ching is broken. Like, let's be honest. Okay, now Ching. I first want to say I was so wrong about Ching. It's like unbelievable. I thought this character was mid. When she first dropped, she was mid, because it was kind of hard to proc the freaking water anomaly. It's kind of hard to freeze enemies, even though her AoE was good. She had the problem of single target. Then this guy dropped, Jixia dropped, and she literally became the best DPS. It's not even close how good their synergy is, because Jixia literally increased the damage the enemy takes when they're freezing or when they have the ripple on them. And Ching is so good at abusing this bullshit that you can literally kill anything and the enemy cannot move. Especially if you have RST, they're not moving. 100% they're not moving. Let me tell you, they're not moving. And because if you have Ching, you literally build Jixia like a sub DPS and just kill everything, and Jixia will take care of the single target mobs or the bosses because of how good Jixia's numbers are. And Ching, for some reason, her technique or her talent is actually broken on a single target enemy. Even though her skill, both of her skills are good for AoE, her enhanced basic will literally do so much damage. You can literally do something like 300k per enhanced basic, and you literally kill the boss that fast. Absurdly strong duo, or I should say trio. Mono water is literally broken at the moment. And yeah, Jixia Ching, OP as hell. Logos is Logos. Let me just tell you, Logos is like the second healer. I will say I prefer Asti over Logos just because Logos is, what do you say? The requirement to get the damage is kind of pointless, and it takes too much off field. Like, she's a healer, but she also has some crazy numbers, so you can build her like crit and get damage. But I prefer Asti because you just swap Asti, heal, get the hell out. Logos, you have to swap in, do her combo, then get out. It's a pain. But in return, she does have really good multipliers, so there is that. But I personally don't like her too much. I only use her with Florence. It's just, she's my second healer. That's why. That's the only reason I even use. Erishan is bad. Like Erishan is so, like, she's good early game. Like, she's probably one of the best early game DPS, but later you go, she just gets worse and worse. And the unfortunate thing is, she's a DPS that cannot take the crit to abuse. She cannot abuse the crit stats, unfortunately, because of how her crit works. How her kit is so penetration slash damage focused. You even if you build her with crit, is kind of pointless. It's just how it is. Plus, most of her damage is locked behind one single combo, and getting that combo takes forever. So, yeah, she sucks. Don't build her. She's probably the worst 5-star you can build. Later on, like early game, you can level her up to level 40. She'll carry you to the story, but after that, then she sucks. She sucks. She absolutely sucks. Unfortunate. And that's it. That's it for the tier list. We still don't know the 1.2 characters because they did not drip market it yet. I don't know why. They're probably gonna drip market it this week or maybe the beginning of next week. So we should know who's coming. But this is currently the best units for the end game. Like I said, this is for the end game, especially for the end game, because if you go into some other modes like the labyrinth and stuff, you want to explore. Every unit can explore that shit. This is just for those people that wanna clear end game, get that 800 juicy reward, and move on. Because I think it's worth it. In Black Beacon, clearing the end game is worth it just because you literally get this end game every 2 weeks. Getting 800 every 2 weeks like crazy in my opinion. So worth clearing, worth clearing the end game. So you can pull more characters that you like. Okay, that's it. And by the way, this tier list does based on their signature weapons. So if you guys are wondering, do I have to have their signature? Yes, you have to have their signature, because if you don't have their signature, their value does go down. Okay, not that much. Okay, but their value does go down. And the main reason I said is like with signature, because in Black Beacon getting the signature is pretty easy. They literally give you an event to get one of their signature most of the time, and pulling on weapons with guarantee I think should be okay. And most of the 5-star characters weapons are pretty easy to obtain in my opinion. You can literally get some of their weapons from the end game store, right? There's literally a store in the end game. You can get the weapons from there. I literally have most of my 4-star characters weapon from there literally. So getting a signature weapon in Black Beacon is like pretty easy. So I will say this tier list does have them with their weapon signature. It doesn't involve their copies, but having copies of Zero is like pretty easy because the game literally gives you. So yeah, this is the tier list. This is the final look. Like I said, I don't know much about Wuxi because I don't have him built yet, and I don't think I'm gonna build because I tried him out. It's pretty hard for me to play. And Yuli, I just don't have her. I literally don't own this character because I'm F2P, so I have to win 50-50s. I tried some pulls, but I don't have enough pulls, so yeah, I'm saving up for the next character. I heard the next character is like a support, and we all know supports are pretty OP compared to DPS. So I'm kind of hoping she's a support, and yeah. Hopefully this tier list helps you in deciding which team you should build. In my opinion, the strongest team should be something like Xing, Jixia, Asti, like a mono water team, with someone like Florence team and Lychee team. These are the strongest teams for now. You can also use Violet and Nana in a freaking off-field DPS setup, but it's kind of hard to pull off. The other teams are just stronger and easier to clear in games in my opinion. So yeah, and I hope this video helps you, and yep, have a great day guys.